I belong to a humble background, and my father was in job. He tried business but failed miserably, lost a lot of money. So my mother got into depression. When I was in class 6 and financial condition was very bad, so I started taking tuitions to support my family. I had a very liberated childhood. Never I faced girl child discrimination, something like that. But if you ask me financially, it was quite challenging at that time. When my mother, she was very, very sick. Later on, I got to know that she has this mental sickness, and it had aggravated to that level that when we took her to the doctor, it happened by chance. Somebody came and acknowledged that it's a problem. So when she was taken, doctor said it's quite late. And I was quite taken aback, understanding that how much she was suffering. I used to enjoy studies. I was fun-loving. I did extremely well. I was L.L.B, L.L.M, gold medalist. And then I was preparing for IAS. When I met my husband, he was also preparing for IAS. Somehow he fell in love with me. I told my parents, and they also felt family is nice. He was educated. He was an engineer. She said, then what is the problem? So ultimately we got married. After marriage it was fine. Somehow life was going on, except for the fact that he did not allow me to work. He wanted me to stay at home. For me, family life was very important. So I somehow adjusted. I wanted happy family. By the time I had 2 daughters, my life was confined to my kids, my family, and one practice I used to do, and that was Buddhism. So that was my whole life.
I met Ritu actually exactly 23 years ago, and we were doing the same faith. We were both into Buddhism, and that's how we became friends. And a life she led of 2 children and a husband, and सब कुछ बढ़िया था.
Slowly and steadily we got opportunity, so he started his business. That business did extremely well, and we were known builders by that time. And during that time he thought to start industry because real estate was doing well. So he planned synthetic leather industry. By that time, in our real estate projects, a lot of issues came up. There was a court case, somebody filed PIL. So our projects, which were really, really, big projects, so they got halted by High Court order. And on the other side, he understood that the industry which he was planning to start was not a good decision, because Chinese competition was very, very high, and everybody told you have taken a wrong decision. You can't even sell this product for what you buy from China, for the double price you make this product. So by that time he realized that he has done blunder. So because by that time he had taken 40 crore loans from the banks just to do with the projects as well as with the industry.
And those 40 crore turned into 60 crores because of the penal interest.
So he lost hope. He thought everything is finished by now. So he committed suicide. I remember the day my husband committed suicide. On some issue he told me, you are a sadhvi, tumhe samajh nahi aayega. Ki business kya hota hai. Because for me business was a simple give and take. You sell something, you get money. She says, you won't understand. At that time my daughters were 8 and 13 years old. I thought everything is lost. I also thought that my 100% responsibility is towards the girls, my daughters, who were very young. So they were of impressionable age. They were devastated by fathers, not being there. I did not have any clue about business. As I said, my father was in job. So even my husband was first generation entrepreneur. And I was not involved in business. So I just thought to start somehow. I just wanted to stand courageously and demonstrate that But no matter what happens, you can't just give up. Because that's what I learned from my mentor, not to get defeated. So I just wanted to convey that message. I did not know what I'm heading for, whether it's going to really turn around, not turn around, how I'm going to transform. But I only knew that I needed to make genuine effort.
विकास मेरे दोस्त थे, बहुत अच्छे दोस्त थे, स्कूल टाइम से हम इकट्ठे थे. एंड जिस दिन ये मिस हैपनिंग हुई उस दिन आई वाज द फर्स्ट पर्सन टू गेट द कॉल फ्रॉम रितु कि ये चीज़ हो गई है. तो बहुत अनफॉर्चुनेट था कि ये वक्त आया फैमिली पे, पर रितु ने उसको बहुत अच्छे तरीके से संभाला. उस सारे दौर से निकल के इसने हाउसिंग को, इंडस्ट्री को, फॉरेन क्लाइंट्स को, सबको इसने हैंडल करके दोबारा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को स्टैंड कर दिया.
Daughters were small. Leaving them home without support was a great challenge. Hundreds of court cases. Every day I would go to my office, I'll see a new legal notice lying on my table. There was vigilance case, there were cases from pollution control board, even our own relatives. They thought, they could catch hold of my business or all these, because they thought, who will handle it? My husband was the only son. So, from right, left and center, problems were coming. People were creating problems for us. So that I gave up and ultimately I go back to them and say, can you please handle it? I just took one step at a time. I said, let me keep learning. I would sit with my team with paper and pen and I would say, please tell me whether the construction site, whether the foundations are fine, mix is fine, and whether the cement which was supposed to be there, whether that's used or not, that was a challenge. If we are making houses, so how one crack comes and it shouldn't come, so I would attend sessions with the engineers to understand and then to teach my team. I remember there was a party thrown by SBI, so we all were invited, so I was the only female. There were 600 men. So, they all were looking as if I'm alien in that. So, this was a challenge. I would go for exhibitions and I will see my competitors, there are 3-4 partners sitting there or family members sitting there and having drinks with the customers and having dinners with the customers, making relationship, networking. And I used to be alone. I used to sit on one dining table and just wonder, what will I do alone, So, they have other means to create networking and all. So that was a challenge. Corruption was a challenge. So wherever we'll go, people say you'll have to give money and my moral values will not allow. The government officers would not acknowledge. They would not even look into my eyes. They say, Madam ko kya pata hai? Ye to bechari, this was considered. So anybody who is with me, a man, they would look into his eyes and ask him. So slowly and steadily when they see I am responding, I know all the facts and figures, I am much more knowledgeable and I have mind of my own to think, then they would communicate.
Our company was passing through a very difficult time because the pollution certification was revoked. Our projects, the stay was there, construction was banned. In such a difficult time, the people who have already purchased houses used to come and crowd in our office and ask for the money to be returned. But I, as head sales and marketing, was not in a position to do that because there are no funds.
She is very, very accommodating. She is very, very, supporting, trusting. So she had some good people with her, and she really worked hard. And she took this real estate thing as a big challenge, and she was successful in it.
Pehle to the people, those who were really corrupt, I threw them out of the system. It was very hard decision because everybody in my company, as well as even around and suppliers, everybody was dependent on them. They thought Raglan cannot exist without these people. They were the core. But I found they were doing such hanky-panky things. So that was the first thing I did. I really took time to make up mind of my team that why I'm throwing them out of system. Second step I took was taking control of the purchases. After we fought the court case, we won the court case. So next thing was to start the project and to hand over those houses to the people, those who were really struggling, those who used to be so hassled. They would come home, they would threaten in any language. They will threatened me to the core. And even I would get calls from commissioners and bureaucrats.
One instant in which one couple, they were crying, not listening to me. And then the lady threatened that she will commit suicide in case the money is not given back because her daughter remains sick. At that time, I didn't know what to do. With great thinking and all, what I did, I just knocked at her office door. I said, one couple wants to meet you and all. Well, please bring them in. I took them inside. And then I came back to my office. After about 10-15 minutes, when I went inside, I found that couple was laughing and talking to her.
Genuine. And we genuinely want to work and give them those houses. So as they got to know that we are really working on their houses very well, they really started supporting.
They are very happy that their money is safe and they are going to get a house. It is just because of her approach and then the difficulties with which she has gone through, people realize that.
Third thing was to change the design of the houses. Because initially after we won the court case, we were not able to sell. So then I tried many things that how can we do. We launched few schemes also. But then later on I decided, let me create a beautiful sample flat. My team was not really supportive. They said, no. Houses, bedrooms will look small if you put a bed into it. But we did. I did, single-handedly. I went to the site, I decorated the house. When I got convinced that yes, it will work well. So I told my team, go and just have a look on the site. And when they saw it, they were really overjoyed. And then slowly and steadily, we could sell the houses. Then there were houses which were economic weaker section. So that we used to make one room and just sell it off. We redesigned it in such a way that in 2 days we sold off all the houses. Because everybody wanted to have. How they generated, because they were the kind of people never used to file returns. So it was difficult to take bank loans. But still, they were so attractive that they arranged money in 2 days. They purchased all 100 houses. We could sell because of the designing, because of whatever additional features we gave. So people were very, very happy.
One of her friends, I don't know, but she was really in need of money, and Ritu herself was in major debt after her husband, in crores. So that lady needed, about 4-5 lakhs. And Ritu just went and gave it to her. I said, and she had no money herself at that time. And I said, when is she going to return it? She says, Anu, जब मैं किसी को देती हूँ ना, फिर मैं इस माइंड से नहीं देती कि मुझे वापस मिलेगा. जब किसी की हेल्प करनी है तो करनी है. So that really struck a chord. I said, what kind of heart does she have? Generally हम लोग कुछ देते हैं तो सोचते हैं कि कब मिलेगा, कैसे मिलेगा. She says, when I give it, I just give it. Then I don't think. If it comes back to me, it's great. If it doesn't, I will never ask for it. So these are little things that she keeps doing for her friends and without even thinking कि उसके लिए क्या है उसको.
मैम का मुझे एक ही वर्ड याद है आज तक, जो मैम ने मुझे स्पेशली कहा था कि बेटा एक बार जो आपने यहाँ पे जॉब आपने चूज़ कर ली है तो आपको सब कुछ मिलेगा, लेकिन आपने हमसे जो है हमारे साथ आपने लॉन्ग टर्म पे चलना है. तो वही चीज़ बांध के मैं मतलब तब से लेकर आज तक यहीं पे चल रहा हूँ.
As far as my daughters were concerned, I had only one thing that I needed to really strengthen their roots. So I would spend very quality time with them so that I can make them strong, so that they can really survive in life. They get wonderful values and they become very capable. That was my focus. So I told them, I said, I don't know whether I can save whatever it is, but I am sure I'll take care of you in terms of your education and basic necessities. And I really want you to become capable because you are. So this is how I nurtured them. Elder one even went to play Olympics. Younger one was a national table tennis player. Elder one became engineer. Younger one became doctor. They're doing extremely well in the leather industry. So what did I do? I went to China. I really tried to understand what products I can sell. What products are there which are not in competition with China? I realized China is only competition when it comes to the very cheap kind of products, which are 100 rupees or 150 rupees. So I decided to make such products which China is not interested. So we decided we'll only go for good products, high-end products, good customers, brand. Maybe it will take time. The growth will be stable and it will be wonderful growth. And that's what happens. Now we are known as a good brand in the sense for good product and good service. So now very good brands in India, outside, they're connected to us like Titan, Bata, Relaxo, Vikisi, Paragon, Kiran Medicals, Trivitron. Very, very good groups are attached to us. So this we could do only because of the policy. When it came to R&D, so I was always more interested in creativity. That what can I do differently? I always had a vision that I want to do something new, something different, which nobody has done. And I want to make this world a better place to live in. So with that idea, we started working on biodegradable products, highly technical products, radiation protection materials, fire retardant materials, and we really could make a product which is biodegradable, which is one of its kind in the world. Imagine the whole Europe is talking about sustainable development. Everybody wants that. And we could come out with solution for that. I'm very, very happy about the way we are going ahead. Now we are launching healthcare division where we'll be doing wonderful products for the doctors. Doctors, they wear such heavy aprons to protect themselves. So we are creating very lighter version of that. First our slogan was no animal killing. But now our slogan is make rather it environmental friendly. My next journey was to how other ways I can change the world. One is by creating products, another is mental health. As I told you, that how my mother faced that mental health issue, my husband faced. So this topic is very, very close to my heart. How I went through, how the society goes through, how there is so much hopelessness, powerlessness. So I really wanted to do something about it. I did John Maxwell training, I did Arfeen Khan's training, I read a lot of books. I started a Lotus book club also. I am trying to even educate people, those who are not even 5th pass. They've never read English. But in that club, we explain it in Hindi. We share the explanation of those books.
Kindly join us on stage for this very special category. It is for the Women Entrepreneur of the Year Award. It gives me great pleasure to welcome on stage Ms. Ritu Singal, the Managing Director of Raglan Group.
When people feel that because of my encouragement or guidance or training or reading these books, they have changed their lives.
उनकी एक बुक थी A Story Can Change Your Life. उसमें सारा कुछ उन्होंने अपना जो उनका ब्रीफ डिस्क्रिप्शन उसमें सारा कुछ दिया है जो उनकी लाइफ के स्टोरीज में है.
There are so many cases where people wanted to commit suicide, and because of those some words of hope, some words of encouragement, some words of wisdom, they could transform their lives. I feel in corporate world, people are very, nobody likes their job, nobody likes their boss, nobody likes their profile. And they're so unhappy and they're spending, you can say 70-80% of their time in office, but still they're not happy. So I really want to help companies develop such culture where people enjoy what they do. So this is one purpose now I want to live my life for, apart from other things I am doing. गुस्सा आता क्यों है? फीलिंग से आता है. जब हमें कोई ऐसी फीलिंग होती है कि यार उसने ऐसा किया, तो हमें कहाँ अटैक करना है? हमें अपनी फीलिंग्स को कंट्रोल करना है, उसको समझना है. सो गुस्सा इज लाइक जैसे हम किसी पे जलता हुआ कोयला फेंके, तो किसका नुकसान होगा? मेरा नुकसान होगा, क्योंकि मैंने जलता कोयला पकड़ा. ऐसे जब मैं गुस्सा अपने अंदर रखती हूँ और मैं उसको किसी पे फेंकती हूँ, मुझे लगता है मैंने बड़ा किसी का वो कर दिया गुस्सा करके, मेरा ही नुकसान होगा, मेरा ब्लड प्रेशर हाई होगा, मेरी शुगर डिस्टर्ब होगी, मेरा माइंड डिस्टर्ब होगा, मेरी हेल्थ डिस्टर्ब होगी. गुस्सा इज नॉट अ सॉल्यूशन टू एनीथिंग. वी ऑल आर एस्पायरिंग टू क्रिएट, मेक दिस product which we have created, few products, R&D products, revolutionary product. and where the whole world recognizes. And I can see that day is not very far.
सबकी एक ही परसेप्शन है कि हमें इस कंपनी, इस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को एक ऐसे लेवल पे लेके जाना है कि जहाँ पे एक सिंथेटिक लेदर विच इज़ नोन एज ए वेरी टफेस्ट थिंग इन द वर्ल्ड, एक लेडी के लिए, किसी के लिए बहुत मुश्किल होता है। तो मतलब मैं चाहता हूँ कि मैम के साथ हमारा जो कोलेबोरेशन और जो हमारी म्यूचुअल जो है वो इतना अच्छा रहे कि हम मतलब एक लेवल पे जाके एक विनर की तरह जाने जाए। हमारा एक नेशनल एंथम भी बना हुआ है ऑलरेडी, हमने इस पे बनाया है जिस पे हम काफ़ी टाइम से उसको फॉलो करते हैं।
आई एम वेरी वेरी हैप्पी अबाउट माई टीम। सो वी हैव गॉट अमेजिंग टीम and the team, you know, I have trained myself. I have been taking their coachings every month. We have created a slogan of Hamari Jang. So we all together are fighting this battle. The culture of our company will find wonderful. You know, the people, how they connect, they only want to win.
ये इसकी बहुत अच्छी स्ट्रेंथ है क्योंकि she is God fearing and सबको साथ लेके चलने में विश्वास करती है।
I haven't met anybody more generous, more patient.
She is like woman with a large heart and she can embrace all.